On paper, you're crushing it. You're the one everyone relies on at work, at home, everywhere. From the outside, you look like you have everything completely together. But on the inside, your brain won't shut off. You're exhausted. You're bracing for the next thing to go wrong, and you're running almost entirely on nervous energy. If that sounds familiar, you might be dealing with what a lot of people call high functioning anxiety. Hi, I'm Dr. Dody from Dody Chiropractic Center for Wholeness in Littleton, serving individuals and families across the Denver metro area. Quick note, this is educational, not medical advice, and high functioning anxiety isn't an official diagnosis. It's just a way to describe a pattern a lot of people recognize in themselves. In this video, I'll show you why anxiety can hide behind success, the loop that tends to keep the brain and the body running in overdrive, and what we look at first when somebody can't seem to switch off. Before we go any further, I want to say this clearly. You're not weak. You're not making a big deal out of nothing. In fact, a lot of people with this pattern are the reliable ones. They're the over-responsible ones, the ones who get things done no matter how they feel inside. And a lot of high achievers sit in my office and quietly admit the same fear. If I get rid of this anxiety, will I lose my edge? Will I stop being able to keep up? I want you to hear this clearly. Anxiety is not your superpower. Your drive, your intelligence, your work ethic, those are your superpowers. The anxiety is just your nervous system stuck in overdrive. Here's one pattern we often look for underneath. It can start to feel as though being calm means being unprepared. So if you're not worrying about something, a part of you actually feels unsafe, like you're missing something, like you're about to get caught off guard. That's not a character flaw, that's a nervous system pattern. You've essentially learned to drive with the gas pedal pressed all the way down and the parking brakes still on. You're still moving forward, but it's taking a massive toll on the engine. You're tired, you're wired at the exact same time. Here's the loop that tends to keep this going. Your brain senses pressure, a deadline, an expectation, or just the weight of, I can't drop any of this. Your body gets the stress response, heart rate up, muscles tense, breathing shifts. Those sensations can feel more like danger. Your brain notices your heart pounding and thinks something must be wrong. And that fires more stress, more racing thoughts, more what ifs. That loop can run quietly underneath a completely functional looking day for years. This might help explain why being told to just relax usually isn't helpful, and why coping tools may feel like hard work when the system is still running in overdrive. Breathing exercises, therapy, mindfulness, these are genuinely valuable. They help you in the moment. But if your baseline is stuck in this slightly in danger state, those tools are like paddling against the current. You're working hard, but the current is still pulling. And that's the difference between coping with the pattern and actually changing the pattern. So here's what we look at first. We measure. A qEEG brain map and nervous system scans help us look for patterns connected with how the brain and the body respond to stress, whether the brain is having trouble shifting out of go mode, and whether the nervous system is acting like there's always something in the background to stay alert for. We're not guessing. We're looking for actual patterns. Then we use neurofeedback, comfortable sensors on the scalp, which you simply watch something you enjoy. Absolutely nothing goes into the brain, and these sensors only listen. We're just showing your brain a mirror so it can practice spending more time in a calmer, more regulated state. We also use gentle KST chiropractic care to support the physical side of the brain-body system, alignment, adaptability, and ease, with absolutely no twisting, popping, or cracking. And when it's part of the picture, we may look also at foundations like sleep and nutrition, so your system has what it needs to sustain the changes you're working toward. Most places do one piece. We connect the whole system. The goal here isn't to take away your drive or turn you into a different person. The goal is to help you perform from a place of calm instead of a place of panic. That might look like you're still getting stuff done, but without your body feeling like it's in a full emergency to do it, or a stressful moment that used to spike you to a 9, now hitting you more like a 5, and you're able to come back down. You just notice one day that something that used to knock you over didn't hit you as hard this time. If this sounds like you, there's a link below to schedule a free 15-minute doctor consult by video or phone. Pick a time that works. You don't need to prep anything. There's no pressure. We'll just talk through what's going on and what I'd recommend. If you'd rather come in person, we can do that too. And if you're really curious about what neurofeedback actually looks like, what the sensors being on, sitting in a comfortable chair, watching something you enjoy while your brain quietly learns something new, that's exactly what I'll show you and what happens in a neurofeedback session for an anxiety. So go check out that video. We'll see you there.